That's fine. Yeah, so I was going to ask you a few questions, and then we'll go from there. That's cool.
Okay, no
Okay.
problem.
So, how much are you looking forward to the upcoming tour in March?
Very much so. It's become a real annual event for us touring the UK in March. We just kind of hit on March as a touring month. It must be a decade ago now. And you know, people have gotten over the pressure of Christmas, and they haven't started saving up for summer holidays quite yet. So March seems to be a good time to tour.
Yeah.
And we've kind of done it. We've done it every year now. We always seem to think that the previous year can't be beaten, and that the following year won't be any good. But we continually are surprised. It just seems to get better and better and better. Which is a real, no one's more surprised than us. So yeah, look forward to it very much.
Oh, that's great. And what venue are you most looking forward to playing out of the tour?
Well, I mean, you kind of, I know this is going to sound like a cliche, but you kind of enjoy doing them all. I mean, obviously Scotland seems to have something that little bit extra. I don't quite know what it is. We enjoy. I always enjoy playing in the northeast. You know, Newcastle. London's good. Manchester's always good. And well, I mean, it's just nice to get out and you know, I mean, we haven't done the Guildhall in Southampton for quite a few years.
Okay, yeah.
Because the sound there was always so bloody bad, you know. It was.
Yeah.
I mean, we did actually. The last time we played there, we did actually say from the stage that we would never play there again.
Oh, really?
I don't know if you heard that, but we decided that we were never going to do the Guildhall again because it was so bad. The sound was so bad.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of that's to do with. I mean, it's an old administrative building. I mean, it's you know, it's got very high roof.
A lot of history in it as well, isn't there?
Yeah, huge reflective wooden surfaces and things, and unless you get a decent PA in there and you know, a really good sound system, you just chase yourself up your own backside. And I think the last time we played there, the sound was just so bad we thought, right, we're never doing this again. However, we now know that the PA and the sound system and everything in there has been seriously upgraded.
Yeah, I mean, I do that quite a lot.
Yeah, it was always a good place. It was always a good room to play. The crowd were always great. I mean, it's, you know, you get a lot of people in there.
Yeah.
It's always packed. So yeah, we're going to give it another. I mean, we played Portsmouth the last 2 or 3 tours at the Guildhall, which was great as well. So we'll just give it a miss and just move along and play in Southampton. You know. Yeah.
No, I'm sure. I'm sure that it's. I mean, like you said, like most venues, as long as the fans are there, then that's what it's all about, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is. I mean, and, you know, and obviously the fans do deaden the sound to a degree as well. I mean, it sounds vastly different when you sound check at 4 o'clock in the afternoon to a big empty room to the way that it sounds when there's 2,000 people in there. You know.
Yeah.
But you know, they absorb the sound. The bodies. There's a lot of bodies for the sound to hit. There's not as much reflection and stuff. So anyway, we'll see. You know.
And are you good friends with the guys in Rats DC who are supporting you on tour?
Yes, we are. The drummer in particular. I mean, there's only 2 of the guys left alive now, unfortunately. The guitarist and the vocalist have gone, which is a shame. But the Ruts were, when I was growing up, one of my favourite bands of that era. There was just something very different about the Ruts. You know, they were great musicians, and a lot of thought put in. I mean, there was a punk spirit and ethos, you know, but the Ruts had a lot more going for them. And I've been online to check them out, how they are these days. I mean, I haven't seen the guys for a couple of years. But yeah, they're as angry and as full on as ever they were, you know. So I'm looking forward to seeing them all again, definitely. Yeah,
and it'll be good to obviously, like you say, catch up and hopefully get some rock and roll, you know, playing for the fans.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, now that we're all, you know, elegant old gentlemen, You know, we can control that aggression a bit more. And the Ruts were always really about controlled aggression. So I'm looking forward to seeing them. Yes, definitely, and catching up with them as well, because they're good lads to have a beer with. You know.
Oh, good. And so it's been 40 years since you released Ratus. Forgive me if I get this wrong. No Forgive and No More Heroes.
Yes.
Would you say these are your favourite albums, or is it you've got any particular ones that you like?
Well, of course, I was when Ratus Norvegicus came out, I was 13. You know.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, yeah, you know, but I think they're the ones. Well, there's certainly two of the ones that most people hark back to. I mean, your debut album is always the one that has. I mean, look at it this way. That was released in '77. The band formed in '74.
Yeah.
So for the first 3 years, they were gigging and writing. And when you make your first record, that is the initial sort of that's what you are. That's what you spent the last 3 years honing. So.
It's quite refreshing, really.
For that to come out when it did, with keyboards on it, of all things, you know, and a keyboard player who had a big droopy tash who smoked a fucking pipe, you know, you know, and a punk bass player and a biochemistry undergraduate teacher for a lead vocal, a lead singer and guitarist. I mean, it sounded like nothing else. I mean, the Stranglers have got, and to this day we have got a totally identifiable trademark sound. Once you hear that band, you know you're in no doubt as to who it is. And I mean, there are so many bands around these days that could really benefit from that. I mean, man, I listen to the radio and I can't tell one band from another. I don't know who they are. You know, it all sounds the same.
Yeah,
and a lot of it sounds. You know what I mean? A lot of it sounds the same. There's a band around at the moment who I love called Royal Blood.
Yeah.
There's only two of them, and they make a mighty racket. There's only a bass player and a singer, and a drummer. But man, they're quite unique. I've never seen them live, but I'm led to believe that they sound pretty much exactly the same. And that's the sort of thing that I'm interested in, a band with an identity. And the Stranglers, when those first two albums came out, I mean, they came out within 6 months of each other in 1977. They released two albums in the same year.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, with a totally identifiable sounds on them, vocals, bass, keyboards, and to this day we like that. We still like that. So yeah, it was a pretty remarkable album, and I think really because that album was such a classic, and this band have never split up. You know, I think those early albums have enabled us to keep going without a doubt.
Yeah, and obviously, you know, year on year, you know, you get invited to the festivals, you know, and everything. So I guess it's just, you know, the music sort of says it itself, really, doesn't it? So,
well, yes, exactly. Yeah. I mean, I think the longevity of the band is in a massive part down to the totally unique and lifespan and longevity of the music. You know, I mean, you can have a great image and you can look great and you can be a bad boy and you tell people to fuck off and you can be a real pain in the ass. But at the end of the day, if you don't have the goods to back it up, and I mean, how many people do you know who've got fantastic images and can't sing worth a shit, you know?
Yeah, no, probably
there are a lot of people like that. We have got a fantastic back catalogue, and we continue to write, and the new material is as well received in a lot of places as well received as the old stuff. And when we play festivals are fantastic because you look down in the crowd and you see all these people. And, I mean, when you play festivals, you kind of have to err more on the side of greatest hits. And it's amazing to see how many people know the tunes but don't know who it's by. So, you know, you'll start something and you can visibly see people looking to each other and going, I didn't know this was them. I love this. You know?
No, cool.
And we've got a few festivals lined up for the summer, and I'm hopeful that there'll be more. It's a different side of the same coin, playing a festival, because they're not your fans, they're other people's fans, or just music fans. And so you go on with nothing to lose and everything to gain and everything to prove. And to those ends, festivals can be very enjoyable because you've got an hour and you just go on and just go, well, here we are, like it or fuck off, you know.
Yeah, I know what you mean. And you've just recently been invited to Godiva Festival in July.
Yes.
Are you looking forward to that one?
Yeah, very much. I mean, I don't know anything about it other than it's got something to do with Lady Godiva and Coventry and stuff. I mean, I think that's a relatively new festival. I could be wrong.
Yeah,
but
I just realised I pronounced Godiva wrong. But
no, you're all right.
Sorry about that.
I know.
Yeah.
No, I mean, there are a lot of, I think, for example, last year in the UK, I think there were over 100 festivals, small ones and big ones. You know, not including your Glastonbury's, which is just a big corporate bloody hullabaloo these days.
No,
but I mean, we've played some wonderful smaller festivals, you know, where you get maybe 15,000, 20,000 people.
Yeah, the Wickham Festival was quite good last year.
Yeah, Wickham. Yeah, we played Wickham, and that was really good. You know, that's not too far from that's in Hampshire, isn't it? Yeah,
so that's it's just up the road really. I actually went to that, but I unfortunately I couldn't get the time off to see you guys, which was annoying.
Oh, that's a bummer. It was. I seem to remember it was a pretty good one.
Yeah. Yeah. So arguably Golden Brown is one of your most famous songs. Did you know it would get so big when you guys first wrote it?
Well, like I said, I had nothing.
I guess
it's nothing to do with it. But
almost like a representative of the band, almost.
I think a lot of people got a real shock when they realised it was about smack.
Yeah.
You know, about heroin. But I mean, even to this day, when I hear that song on the radio, it always says something to me. And now that, you know, I mean, I know the history behind it, I know where they wrote it and how it all came about, which makes it even more interesting. Yeah, I mean, that's a song that you can't get away from. We have, on last year's tour, we didn't play it until the very end of the tour. Even though the real die-hard fans are sick to death of it, I love to play it. But it's, I mean, you know, look at it this way: if you've got 3,000 people in a room, and there are 1,000 real die-hard Stranglers fans, the other 2,000 people have come to hear that song amongst others.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
So you know, you need to strike a balance. And we always say we're not going to play Golden Brown, but we always do. You know?
It's always a good encore, isn't it, to play?
Yes, absolutely.
And so you haven't released any albums since Giants in 2012, is that correct? That's
right. Yeah.
Is there any new music on the cards, would you say?
Yes, there is. Yes, there is. We, at this moment in time, I mean, it's a little bit difficult because I live in West Yorkshire, and the bass player who I write with lives in the south of France. So we need to plan it a little bit more these days, getting together. But I mean, when we do, I mean, you know, you're always correlating, amassing little bits of ideas, whether it's a riff or a melody or even a title or some lyrics. I've got pages and pages of lyrics, and I've got hours of little bits of snippets of music, and he has the same. So what we do is we spend a week apart, deconstructing everything, pulling everything apart and thinking, well, okay, well, that's shit, that's good, no, we can't use that.
Yeah.
That sounds like something else, la 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 la. And then we go to a neutral place, the two of us, maybe for a fortnight or so, take a couple of guitars, some recording equipment, and lots of wine, and we just sit around the kitchen table. Old school, you know, bashing it out, and you know, you play me one, I play you one. I don't like that. What do you think of this? And slowly but surely, it starts to emerge. You know, then we'll take it to the drummer and the keyboard player, and that's when it starts to become a band effort. You know. Yeah, no,
that's
definitely on the cards. It's definitely on the cards for the late spring, early summer. We're going to get together, and it's because, as you rightly say, it was 2012, and then, Christ, man, that's 5 years ago, and I
Yeah.
don't know where those 5 years I just don't know where those years have gone. You know,
I know
time goes so quickly. It really does go so fast. You know, so it's about time we got our fingers out and got sorted with a new one. Definitely.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's great to hear, and I'm sure fans would love to hear that news as well. And
Yes.
just one last question, and thank you, appreciate it for your time today.
No, it's a pleasure. No worries.
So, what hobbies do you have apart from music? What do you get up to in your sort of spare time?
Okay. Well, I love to travel around on the motorbike.
Yeah.
I like to do a lot of biking. I read a lot. I cook a lot. I've recently just moved house, so there's always things to do. There's always things to do around the house. And I also just like to chill. You know, I still play a lot of guitar, even when we're not on the road. I play guitar pretty much every day.
Yeah.
And then there's the mundanities. You know, I go and see my grandchildren, and I go to fucking Tesco's and just do the shit that everybody else does. You know, but I think mostly when I've got a really nice. I mean, for example, when this tour finishes towards the end of April, I'm gonna go off to Spain for 10 days on the motorcycle with some friends and just decompress, you know, chill out, and so yeah, pretty much. I know that sounds like I've got a really boring life, but I can assure you I haven't. Yeah, that's fine. Anyway, appreciate your time, and I look forward to seeing you guys at Southampton next month. Okay, you gonna be there?
I'll be there. Yeah, I'll be there with my dad actually. So.
Okay, great. Okay, well if you can, just put your hand up in the air and sort of mouth to me, I'm Kieran, and give us a wave. You know?
Yeah, well, I'll definitely try anyway.
Okay, mate.
Okay, thanks so much for your time, Baz. Appreciate it.
No problem. All right, mate. All the best.
Yeah, you too. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.